Hello Internet, it is Katie or Broken Ningyo Gaming. Today I'm going to be talking about a subject that I see discussed a lot or argued about or complained a lot about on the internet, and this has been going on for a while. I'm going to be talking about scantily clad women in video games and my opinions on it. So the major thing I see that is argued against as far as scantily clad women is that it's not realistic or practical to, fighting in real life. Now think about what you just said, real life. Is a video game real life? No, it's a video game. It's fantasy. It's supposed to not be realistic, so you can have fun doing things that you can't do in real life. If you want to be fully covered in armor that would be realistic to fighting, go ahead. Most video games have both options. If it's only skimpy outfits, then, and that really bothers you, should you really be playing that video game? No, you can choose a different video game. There's tons of video games out there that you would probably enjoy more since you're offended by some cleavage or some belly showing. So yeah, of course if I was wearing some of the armor these characters wear and I went into battle, I would die probably instantly. But is this real life? No, it's a video game. Another thing I see complained about a lot is that it shows the younger girls a negative image of how women should dress or act or whatever. If your child can't tell the difference between real life and fantasy, then you should probably sit down and talk to them and be like, hey, this is video games, this isn't real life, whatever. They should be smart enough to know the difference between the two. I've been playing video games since I was really little, and never once have I thought that any of it was realistic. I knew in my head that it's just something I do because it's fun. Do I dress somewhat revealing in real life? If you can tell I'm wearing a shirt, it has cleavage, yes, but I'm 21 and that's how I choose to dress. So yes, I didn't sit there and get like, oh, these girls in video games dress like that, I should dress like that. No, I just dress how it makes me happy, so. But anyways, another thing is that I'm worried about as far as people complaining about scantily clad women is that you're gonna ruin it for the rest of us who do enjoy it. And by that I mean censorship of outfits. We'll take, I'll use Blade and Soul as an example just because that's the first thing I can think of off the top of my head. For those that don't know, it's a Korean MMO. And naturally a lot of Korean MMOs have scantily clad women. And even though they are scantily clad, the outfits and visuals in that game are gorgeous. But the Chinese version, they have really bad censored outfits, and by really bad I mean untextured. Like they basically just took say it's showing cleavage, they just painted over the cleavage with the same color as the outfit, no texture, no nothing. It looks really terrible, and I'm scared that that's the version they're gonna take over to, the UK and to the US, and I personally don't want that. I'd rather have the regular outfits. When you complain about these type of things, companies have to do what they can to make, them not have complaints, and then you're ruining it for everybody who does enjoy it, and that's not really cool just because you can't handle a little bit of cleavage. And some women play scantily clad women in video games because they can't dress like that in real life, or they just don't want to dress like that in real life, but in a video game, that's what they do because they can be a different person in a video game. They can do stuff that they wouldn't normally do in real life. That's the whole point of video games, to be someone you're not. To have fun doing stuff you couldn't do in real life. And I know I've said that before in this video, but it doesn't seem to get through people's heads that complain about these kind of things. I'm not gonna complain about Skyrim because he's yelling at a dragon. That's not realistic. It's a video game. He can do whatever to kill a dragon because it's a video game. Normally in real life, if you go Rial Fus Roda, it's not gonna blow people away. If you kill a chicken, unless it's someone's beloved pet, I don't think the whole village is gonna come kill you. But anyways, yeah. So quit trying to ruin the fun for people just because you can't handle a pair of animated titties. And you can think I sound, you can think I'm rude for saying that, but that's honestly the truth. It's a video game. If you can't tell the difference between video games and real life, then you need to sit down and reevaluate your life. So, scantily clad women are not demeaning. I mean, maybe in some video games they are, but it's really that video game. A lot of the scantily clad women I see in video games kick ass. Like Bayonetta, she's a very sexy woman, but she's the main character and she kicks butt. Like, there's nothing demeaning about Bayonetta. And my character in Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, that I purposely made look as scantily dressed as I could, she's not demeaning to anybody. She's just how I would want to dress if I was a, powerful whatever and could kick butt. So, seriously, quit worrying so much about how women are dressed in video games and just enjoy video games and play them with people. If you don't want your character to be half naked, then don't make your character be half naked, and if that's the only choice you have in that video game, move on to a different video game that makes you happy. You don't have to play video games that annoy you. You really don't. You have that choice. Unless someone's forcing you to play it, which they're probably not. So, there you go. And another point I have is look at men in video games. They're usually huge, bulky, buff men, really tall, like, scary, whatever. The average man is not like that. But you don't see men complaining, and maybe some men don't want to play the huge character. Maybe they want to be short or small or skinny or feminine or just not quite as muscular. And men don't have that many choices either. It's really in the game you're playing. So quit worrying about things like that and then just enjoy your life. Enjoy playing video games. They're there to be enjoyed and to have fun and be someone you can't be in real life. So hopefully this video isn't too terrible. I'm probably way off, all over the place, and I do apologize about that. But like always, liking and subscribing is always appreciated, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.